The Chicago Fire ensemble will be growing a little smaller in addition to adjustments like Kid adjusting to her recently found pregnancy and Mouch settling into his full-time leadership role. Due to significant budget constraints, Chicago Fire will be losing 2 of its series regulars beginning of season 14. Novak will once more be without a roommate. As a result of Ritter's departure, this problem was only brought up and fixed near the end of season 13. However, Novak's loss won't be nearly as terrible as her AMBO 61 partner's fate. In the season 13 finale of the Chicago Fire, Carver and Violet finally reunited. The relationship between Sam Carver and Violet McCamey has been one of the most notable storylines in season 13, second only to Monica Pascal's death, while examining the most significant episodes in Chicago Fire's narrative. After Tori returned to Texas, Violet and Carver found it difficult to get on less awkward footing, and it was obvious that their tension suggested a much more sultry ending than friendship. In the Chicago Fire season 13 finale, their plot culminated in a kiss and a shared declaration of love. It was long overdue, and had Carver not struggled with alcohol, it would have occurred much sooner. From Carver spending multiple episodes in treatment to Violet being attacked by his possessive recovery buddy, that one issue led to a lot of issues between them. Sam and Violet finally seemed to be able to find one another on almost equal terms. Regretfully, the timing couldn't have been more dire. Carver's inevitable departure from Firehouse 51 is only delayed by Jake Lockett's impending departure. The majority of One Chicago's top players are coming back for the 2025 to 2026 campaign. But in Chicago Fire Season 14, Jake Lockett's Sam Carver and Daniel Kyrie's Darren Ritter are the only 2 characters quitting. Now that he has accepted his love for Violet, it is unknown how his leaving will manifest. By the Season 13 finale, neither Ritter nor Carver formally leave the tale, so it's unclear how the show will handle either of their departures. However, throughout the conclusion, Sam Carver's departure from the Chicago Fire is clearly implied. Carver hasn't exactly been safe at Firehouse 51 lately, and at the show's climax, Sam makes the decision to move to Denver in order to start over. Carver and Violet's future together is doomed in the Chicago Fire. Although it would be wonderful to see Mikami and Carver maintain their relationship over time, the current situation makes things challenging. A typical storytelling issue known as shipping death questions how to maintain interest in relationships, especially when there is no longer any dramatic suspense created by wondering when they would ultimately be together. Unfortunately, Sam and Violet are frequently the targets of this kind of problem. Because Carver's decision to stay is replaced with the far more devastating twist that he and Violet end up unmarried nevertheless, his departure could easily rank among One Chicago's saddest character exits. Carver might just leave the 51 while still in Chicago to continue his connection with Violet off-screen, but it's hard to tell because there isn't any information about whether he might stay in a recurring role. However, even a nice ending like this would feel terribly disappointing if he doesn't show up in Chicago Fire Season 14 at all.